All of the alleged violations outlined in the complaint are the product of a culture of disregard for basic rights within MCSO that starts at the top and pervades the entire organization.
I'm not going to give it up. I'm going to continue to enforce state laws and federal laws, and I look forward to going to court, because then we can put our case out, and they're going to have to put up and stop these press conferences to embarrass me, especially in an election year.
The Obama administration sued Sheriff Joe Arpaio today in federal court, alleging discrimination. And there you see, before the break, our question of the day asked, is Sheriff Joe Arpaio a crusader or a self-promoter? 97% in our online poll said crusader, 3% said self-promoter. Judge, on the other side, there are folks who say that his investigation into the president's birth certificate and whether it was a forgery or not has sparked this action. Politics inside Washington suggest it's more about the election, but your thoughts?
Well, I read the complaint. I mean, it is well crafted. It makes very serious allegations, and if they are true, or if they can be proven, they're not only offensive, they're offensive to the Constitution and to federal law. Look, the sheriff's lawyers will move to dismiss the complaint, and they will probably lose that motion because on its face it makes a claim. Then they'll get into discovery, and all kinds of witnesses will testify, current prisoners and former prisoners and current sheriff's officers and former sheriff's officers who love him and who hate him, and then they'll be back in court again. The good news is this will not be resolved before Election Day. The bad news is I think there might be a jury trial in this case. I don't see there being a settlement. He's whatever you think of him, he is a very tough, strong-willed guy who won't give in. I don't think you're going to see him agreeing to the court imposing a monitor in his sheriff's department who will have to approve all major decisions, which is the relief the Justice Department asks for.
In a place like Arizona that's dealing with these issues, the border issues, specifically the Arizona law, which as we know is being challenged in the Supreme Court, and you have people who look at the sheriff saying, hey, listen, he's enforcing what we can enforce because the federal government is not. What about the federal issue versus the state issue on this fact?
That is a fascinating issue that will be resolved by the Supreme Court in a month and a half. We'll know the answer to that by the end of June. I don't think it will affect the outcome of this litigation legally. Politically, if the Arizona statute is upheld, it's a boost to the sheriff. Politically, if the Arizona statute is struck down, it's a political blow to the sheriff. But the allegations against him are that even in enforcing federal law, he has violated federal law.